All right. Well, we want to welcome you all. And I want to launch this call by saying we are truly grateful, truly blessed, and honored to be partnered with you as our community and just as people that have passion and purpose. And I want to launch this call by saying, for those of you that know my story, I've been with LifeVantage now for 14 years. And when I think about building this business for over a decade and really understanding what we have our hands on, that feeling in my gut and my soul has never changed in 14 years. Carrie and I did a coaching call with a new consultant that actually had heard about Protandem years ago, but it fell off her radar. And she said, "You know what I am so blown away by is that I've heard about LifeVantage, I've heard about Protandem, and you guys are still here, still making an effect, still making a difference with a product that we believe you guys is going to be a legacy. And we know that if you are here on this call, you're here for a reason and a purpose. You are here because you felt that feeling in your gut. I want you to go back to that feeling that you felt when somebody shared this opportunity in these business and products. And I know each and every one of you have your own story, your own reason for being here. And I truly believe in my bones that you guys are here and you're going to be a part of this legacy movement, this legacy company, and you are going to be able to establish your stake in the sand so that you are a part of this massive growth. And that's what this is all about, you guys. We as leaders, we love you. We want to take away every barrier of entry so that you can succeed. And tonight we are going to share with you how we are going back and why we're going to be doing that. And so we know you're here, you're a part of this legacy, and we are so thankful. And just know that we have your back. We have Miss Carrie Dickey on our call tonight. For those of you that didn't know, she is our very special guest, my personal mentor. And when I think about my business and how I've been able to be mentored by one of the best in this industry, for those of you that don't know Carrie, she is a presidential consultant with LifeVantage, the top rank you can achieve. She leads with her heart and her soul, you guys. And not only is she one of the top earners in this company, but in this industry as a whole. And she's been doing this for 35 years. And so as we kick this call off tonight, Carrie is going to share with you her vision, her excitement for what we're about to launch to you. And we're going to turn it over to you, Carrie. It's all yours.
Oh, thank you, Jenny. I think the thing that you said that got me the most is that you just want to make the barrier to entry. You want to lessen that, bring it down. And I always say, I always throw the ladder down. Are you kidding me? I was a waitress, bartender, and fitness instructor. Never made more than $40,000 in any calendar year in my life. And I had above average passion, enthusiasm, and I don't know, maybe entrepreneurism. It's just a thing. I never wanted to wear pantyhose, and I never wanted a boss. I'm dating myself. I'm going to be 65 in January, but my kids are starting to look at me and go, "What is going on, Mom? Man, you guys are old, you and Dad, but you both look better than all my friends' parents." I mean, it's adding up. I've been on these products for 17 years. So, anyway, I'm excited to be here. The other night, I didn't know what to expect. I showed up. And by the end, I don't know if I don't think I slept all night. I was so excited at what's coming. You guys are you gals and guys in the right place at the right time with the white ghouls. Shauna Mucklow, I can't say enough. I called her right after and I said, "Girl, I know you're the one on the back end, making everybody's dreams come true. Like they're all such visionaries." And there are other people that are contributing as well, but it's Shauna that has just done so much back end stuff. And you kind of go cross-eyed and you lose sleep. And if you're on the computer all the time, you really do get a lot of the rays and stuff. So anyway, Shauna, I'm so grateful. I love me some Shauna Mucklow. Jenny Crane, she just gets better and better and better. And I just want her, I said to her today, I texted her and said, "Girl, can you say presidential? I just want more presidential women at the top of this company, darn it. I really do." Marilee Maricich, I'd love to see Marilee up there at presidential, and I believe it is absolutely happening. Christy Vogt, you are going to be presidential as well. This is a fact. I know it. And who else are we missing? Help me, help me, help me, help
Jamie
me.
Williams.
Amy Williams, my beautiful Jamie Williams. I mean, I told her she's a spokesmodel for this company. I look at that girl and go, she's had children and like, what? And she's just the sweetest with a big giant heart, down home girl next door. This is an amazing fab collab. These five are am I missing someone else too?
You,
Am I got them all?
you got it, girl,
Got it. I
for
got
our
it.
launch.
Anyway, the other night I was on, I don't know why I had the foresight. I think I knew it was going to be big in my bones. And I said to Michael Beindorf, you know what? I don't know what these girls are doing and launching, but I know this. They met in Colorado, they met in Denver, and they spent hours together. They didn't kill each other. In fact, they came out with something rocking because they are all so excited. It's been such a long wait for Monday. That was last Monday. So anyway, he was on the call the whole time, and I was really hoping that it was going to be tremendous because I was taking an hour of Michael's life. Well, at the end of the call, this is the text he sent. I have been a part of a lot of pretty special brands and branding campaigns. Write these down: Coca-Cola, Visa, Starbucks, McDonald's, Disney, Dell, Cialis. I'll give them to you again: Coca-Cola, Visa, Starbucks, McDonald's, Disney, Dell, and Cialis. Is there anybody that doesn't know those companies? I don't think so. This is the best thing I've seen at LifeVantage in 14 years. He's been on the board for 14 years. I don't know what legal issues there might be, but we need to figure out how to use this whole thing. I need a copy of this recording and I need to talk to you. I am truly impressed, Carrie, and I have led some pretty big brand campaigns. And I thanked him because I had my phone on mute. He said, Carrie, it is me who should thank you and your incredible lady warriors. I would be interested in what they have, how what they have created can help others. And you're going to see how. But you are right. They should take it and run for now with their team. The team gets a head start. When you and they are ready to share, I would love how to see how we can leverage this for all. That's company wide. This is huge. This is absolutely massive, girls. Thank you for letting me be a teeny tiny part of what you've created for your team. I'm just ecstatic. There are piles and piles of people on here. Whoa, how many? 166? Some crazy number I can't see.
Yes.
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for letting me share. And I haven't fed myself or my dog today, so I'm going to be up and down like a yo-yo, but I hear everything that's going on. The company's on
Carrie,
fire even
we thank you.
before.
Truly,
Woo!
it was an honor. So Carrie's referring. So this last Tuesday, we actually launched this to the leaders, and we were so, when we got together in Denver this last month, it was all of us girls, Christy Vogt, myself, Marilee Marisich, as Carrie said, Jamie Williams, and Shauna McLeod. And listen, guys, for 2 days, we dove deep. And I just want to give you kind of the preface for really kind of the eyes that we were looking at this, like how we were looking at putting all of this together. But we wanted to bring it back so that if a sixth grader was sitting in the room with us, they would understand what we were talking about, from everything to the marketing campaign, to the follow up, to the getting started first touch video, to all of these things, because truly, you guys, we want to keep things simple. And we know that there's new product launches all the time. We're going to evolve as a company, really creating products. But what we never want to forget is where we started. And that is with our story Pro Tandem. That little yellow pill. If you think about this, I want you guys to think about the magnitude of this, is that Carrie joined this company in 2010. And in 1 year, she built a multi-million dollar business to the top of this company off of a $40 product, Pro Tandem NRF2. And so understanding that that product and the science we have and all of the things that go with it is so profound that we never need to forget where we started from. And so we really looked at this as creating a movement around the story that really leaves us, that really sets us apart in the industry. You guys, we don't have competition in this industry. We truly don't. When you understand the science and the power behind Protandem and activation, we know that there's a lot of noise in the industry. We absolutely know that. But what we have is so profound that we want to bring it back. And so I'm here to tell you, as we go into this launch tonight, we have not reinvented ourselves in any way. right? We are just bringing it back and we're refining the message to bringing it back as to why we are such a powerful company and to why we believe this is a legacy company and a legacy movement that we want each of you to be able to be a part of. And for us to make this work, you guys, we need you. We need you, the consultant, to join arms with us, to link arms with us, and understand that we have to get this message out in a way that is powerful, direct, and that removes those barriers of entry because we know we have a science-backed product. So, how do we simplify that? And tonight we are going to show you exactly how you're going to do that. We're going to redefine the way you age and earn, and we're going to give you a big shift, a mindset shift. Okay. We're bringing it back to basics. And so, when we launched this call this last Tuesday, that Michael Beindorf and actually our CSO, Kristen Cunningham, was also on that call. We got fired up. Our leaders got fired up. Your guys' MC1 and above leaders, your incredible leaders that lead you every single day, and your executive leaders as well, they got fired up. And so this is some of the feedback that we heard. Of course, we loved what Michael Beindorf said, but you guys, we care what you think. We want you guys to be just as excited about this as we are. And so here's a few things. We love Kaylee Miller said, let's go do this yellow thing. This is the answer to all of our prayers. Back to basics, always winning. This could create a massive movement. So, this is the feedback that all of your leaders shared with us when we launched this to them this last Tuesday. So, with that being said, you guys, drum roll, get your notes out, and get ready to be inspired and blown away. Next slide, please, Shauna. And I'm going to turn this over to Marilee. Marilee, I respect you so much. Marilee is one of those leaders that has vision. She simplifies things. If I say anybody has a marketing brain that I would follow, it's her. So, Mary, you're the perfect person to launch this call tonight. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Jenny. You know, guys, we are so excited. I wish you could see the text thread we had going on. It just, everyone's in goosebumps. We are so, so excited to bring this to you. You know, as we were kind of pulling this together, and maybe you don't know this about me, but marketing and PR was really where I started in life. And so it is how my brain works. And so bringing that to the industry that I've now enjoyed for 19 years, almost 11 of those years with LifeVantage, I just could not be more thrilled about what we're about to do to bring crystal clarity. So I want you guys to really think about, and this is what we were thinking about. So I want you to kind of put your mastermind brain on, and when you guys are thinking about this will make sense. Why do certain brands work? Why do great brands work? I mean, look at Nike. They literally simplified the message, just do it. You think about Apple, think different. Coca-Cola, open happiness. De Beers jewelry, like I've seen this one, heard this so many times, a diamond is forever. Those are messages that are so crystal clear that people go, oh, that sticks, that resonates. And they're not selling a product first, they're selling a message. They're selling simplicity, they're selling emotion, they're selling a feeling. And that's what creates these brands that really stick. And so when we were talking about all of this, it's like, what can we bring to the table that will make this stick? What will be memorable? What grabs that emotion? And literally, you guys, we're talking about a movement. Movements spread because people remember them and they can emotionally connect. And that's what we brought to the table. So, Shauna, next slide, please. But here's what we love. We are shifting because movements are built on a symbol. They're built on a simple phrase. They're built on shared language and repeatable first steps. It's simplicity. That's really what it comes down to. And we know that in what we do in network marketing, simplicity and duplication. Simplicity equals duplication. And that's what we want. We want to just kind of have that, this is just a sigh of relief. It's that simple message. People can relate to it. They can connect to it. They don't have to over explain it. And aren't you guys glad that we now don't have to feel like we need to over explain anything? Are you guys ready for simplicity? I know we are. We're so excited about it. But this is what creates duplication. Okay, next slide. All right, so and here's the thing, you guys, we don't need more information. I think the world right now is on information overload. You might feel like we've been on information overload, but we need something that people can really rally around. And that's why we're so excited about this, because most people are not, they're not looking for more information. They're actually looking for clarity. This is a noisy space that we live in with, when it comes to marketing, people are hit left and right. So they're looking for clarity, they're looking for hope, they're looking for simplicity and something that they can emotionally connect to. Are you guys seeing a theme? That's what movements are created on. So I know we talked about this and teased about this, but we actually want to bring you a little snippet from Michael Beindorf. And again, I just want to repeat, when we heard what he shared on our leadership call, we were livid. And coming from a marketing standpoint, it was a big deal for somebody who has the clout that he has and how he's been behind brands that have done spectacular things. He was so impressed. So we want to share the clip from that meeting with you. Here we go.
Hey, Jamie girl, I want to read what Michael Beindorf just
Easy,
sent me.
easy, easy,
You
easy.
want to say it, Michael? Read it.
No,
And then go ahead. Tell him. Tell
I
him,
don't have
tell him,
much.
tell him, tell him, tell him. Because this guy is very experienced in marketing. I'm jumping out of my skin right now. Go ahead, Michael.
so I'm gonna put a little humility aside for a moment. I have sat in the lead marketing chair at Coca-Cola, at Visa. I was offered the lead marketing chair at McDonald's, at Starbucks, at Dell over the years. This is as good a branding campaign as I've seen. You guys have really knocked it out of the park. It is so clean, so simple. I don't know, you know, I don't know how we take a hold of this and use this. I know it's yours, it's your team, but I want to expose this to some people here. This kind of thing has such power, potentially, such power. It's so back to the basics of what we're trying to build here. It's what all the presidentials told me the other day when I talked to them about an idea that I had, and they said, "Shut up and listen to us." This is really well done. So I apologize. I'm a little hyperbolic at times,
Poor
but
Shauna.
I'm sincerely impressed by the
Am I
work you've done
frozen?
here.
You guys, can you see why we were so excited? Honestly, such a compliment to what this is, but he gets it, he sees it, he knows where we are, and it's an amazing compliment to all of this. So I have the honor of introducing Christy Vogt, and Christy is just such a dear friend, but she's an incredible leader who's so intuitive about building business, and she's just really dug deep in this mastermind to really help bring some pure genius out. So Christy, I'm going to hand it over to you, friend.
Thank you, Marilee. Oh, the cat is coming out of the bag soon, you guys. I'm so excited. So, you guys, to be able to create something new and fun and different and refreshing and modern, we had to actually look back at our roots. And we spent a lot of time doing that, taking it way back. And, LifeVantage is unique. We have a one of a kind story. Most network marketing companies, they look at what is trending and then they build a company around it. Not LifeVantage. As most of you know, and I know we've got some brand new people here, we started with a group of scientists in a lab. They were researching age and disease and oxidative stress, and they created this perfect formula, Protandim, to lower oxidative stress. So they put it on the shelves of retail. They needed to get it in the hands of everybody. And fast forward a few years, John Quinones of ABC Primetime Investigative Reports goes and he interviews the scientists who formulated Protandim. And after that report, you guys, it flew off the shelves. Third-party research started being done. Then over the years, a few years after that, the sales started slowing down because the kid working at CVS Pharmacy, making $8 an hour, is not going to share the story of Protandim and how it's so different and unique than anything else on the shelves, right? So the company made a bold decision to put it in direct sales and put the income in the hands of the people. I want you to really wrap your head around that. That is our start. So I came into LifeVantage 10 years ago because somebody I knew who was a leader in another marketing company that I did not want to join, but I was looking for an opportunity. They said, if I were starting all over again, Christy, I would go over and look at LifeVantage. They have this little yellow pill that reduces oxidative stress, and it's like plant-based or something. Go check it out. So I started stalking like Tara Wilson and Rachel. They had come on board like a year ago, and they were one of the fastest growing teams back then. And I started stalking them, and they just had this viral message of the little yellow pill, the little yellow pill. Everybody has to get on the little yellow pill. So I came on board after watching the ABC prime time and watching them like the little yellow pill and understanding it. And then I brought people on that was attracted to that same message, and we duplicated. Our organization got to an executive level in 17 months on the message of the little yellow pill. Every presidential we have right now doing $1 million a month came on board because of the little yellow pill, right? So this was the foundation when we all got together in Denver for 2.5 days, where we started. So then what happened over the last 10 years? Maybe some of us that have been around a while, we got a little distracted. We had more amazing products come in, right? And we kind of started shifting our message and sharing other stories, but here's the deal. Like people, our audience likes simple. Our audience likes consistency. So even if they don't know us at this point, if we have that same simple message of, back then the little yellow pill and keep it consistent, the brain in everybody we're talking to, they feel more comfortable. They start to trust the message, right? So we knew we had to get back to a tip of the arrow message and just keep it so simple and clear. So next slide. Do-do-do-do. Right? So Protandim, we're back to Protandim NRF2. It is the foundation, you guys. It is where it all began, and it's where it still begins. To this day, 17 years later, after Protandim went into direct sales, nothing has changed. Nobody else has this story or something even close to it. What has changed, you guys, is we actually have more studies published now on Protandim NRF2 than we did when we started 10 years ago. There's like 13 studies published. There's 28 third-party peer-reviewed studies now published on PubMed. Nobody else has a prime time investigative report like we do, right? The ABC story still matters. It doesn't matter that it's 11 years old. The story is the story. It hasn't changed, and nobody else since has the same story. The science is the science. And now we know that adding Protandim to anything else that we're doing just amplifies, right, the other products. We have no competitors. So we found this refreshing, modern, new way to continue sharing the story and just come up with a simple brand. So next slide, please. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Wait for it. If you guys are ready, okay. This is it. It starts with yellow. Oh my gosh, you guys, we were sitting in the room the very first day we met in Denver. We had this big whiteboard, and we spent most of the first day trying to figure out what this viral message, what the foundation was going to be. We had all these words written on the whiteboard. And here's Jenny Crane. She's like sitting back on the couch. What about it starts with yellow? And we're all like looking at her, looking around like, oh my gosh, that is it. So no question about it. All 5 of us were 100% on board. And you guys, this is such a simple entry, right? Like it's easy to share. It's easy to duplicate. It's easy to pique interest with this. It's easy to create awareness. It's easy to create FOMO. That's what I had when I first saw everybody at, the little yellow pill. Like I had FOMO. I wanted to be a part of the movement. So that is the foundation. Okay, next slide, please. So what we also did, you guys, is we wanted to simplify the best way to get started as a customer, right? Like there could be overwhelm because we've got so many amazing products. And we looked at, all 5 of us looked at our organizations, we looked at reports, And we knew then kind of the top products that we're selling, the products with the most retention. And we knew that our customers they almost want to be told how to start, what to get started on. So we put that all together. Next slide, into this beautiful stack of the core 4 products. So why did we pick these 4? Again, we looked at the reports and the stats. They're our foundational products. People can feel the difference and see the difference with every single one of these products, together or separately. They're effective. They're proven, they're popular, they've got incredible retention, right? That is our leveraged income we see month after month after month, is the retention. They're budget friendly, they're unique, they're one of a kind, and they're going to amplify what we're already doing. So you guys, I know that the wellness industry right now is so noisy, right? A lot of stuff going on, a lot of distractions going on, but we can lean into how our products really enhance anything else anybody is doing, whether it's treatments like going to a chiropractor or going to an esthetician, or taking other products that are out there within LifeVantage. These core products are going to amplify the results. We also chose these products because of the price point as well, getting, like the free gift with the purchase on a subscription, getting free shipping, of course, with the first order. So if you're thinking, okay, how do we lead with, it's all starts with yellow and then maybe get them on the products? Well, again, it starts with yellow just opens the door to pique their interest, to start more of a conversation with them. When I started, again, I came in with the little yellow pill, but most of my customers and teams started with the Vitality Stack. And that duplicated. So within the organization. So I want you to understand that this is these core 4 products can be taken in any different way, shape, and form. But the lead in, the open door, is it all starts with yellow. So we also put together, next slide, please, the best way to get started as a consultant. Once their interest is piqued and they're feeling that pull at their heartstrings, like, I want to join this movement, then we came up with the best way to get them started based again on our 4 core products. So the next slide, please. So really their business starts here, right? You've got the Healthy Glow Pack, and then adding the Nerf one and the Axio. And Shauna was just telling me this story of the very first time she did our new presentation. We're going to tell you what that is called here in a minute. We've simplified the process so much for our customers, or how to start as a business. Their guest at this presentation said, "Oh my gosh, is that it? That's all it takes to get started? I'm in." Right? Let's enroll. Let's start this. Or they have the option to, come in with the biggest stack and get their family going on it and get as many testimonials as possible. Again, people really want to be told just what to do, how to simplify, how to get started, and we've got that for them. So there's never going to be a question. So next slide. We've also up-leveled our language, like toss out the old language in our industry and what we've been using for the last 10 years here. And we've come up with some up-leveled, modern, new, sassy language. So first, instead of the first touch video, we have the yellow video, which you're going to see here very shortly. It's called the yellow video, and you're going to see why. Instead of opportunity presentation or overview, we're calling it the shift. And instead of a product education, we're calling it a showcase. And instead of launch guide, we have the launch playbook, step by step, simple steps to get your new consultants to SC1. And instead of launch event, we're calling it an open house. So beautiful language. I would love to see some comments on how you're feeling about this so far. And this will all make sense to you. I know we're throwing this all out at you, but Miss Shauna is going to show you now all the individual tools we came up with to bring all of this in together in a very simple way for you guys. And again, Shauna, Miss IT person, we would not be here if it wasn't for her background and video expertise and all the things. So thank
Okay,
you,
like
Shauna.
y'all, I everybody, all the leaders know, like, you know why I wore a tank top tonight, right, y'all? Because I'm passion sweating so bad about this. Like, I am so excited to launch this. I had to take off my jacket last time, so I just came with a tank top. Y'all love this language. Put language in the chat if you love this language. Like, how boring was it to invite someone to an opportunity presentation? Like, it sounds blah. We are going to be helping people shift their life and invite them to a shift. I'm so excited about this. And we have a ton of tools and support ready for you because you guys know us. We are never going to launch something and be like, hey, just go, like, just go with it, right? It starts with yellow, just go start posting. Of course, we have everything laid out for you that we are going to deliver at with this call. Look at all the chat coming in. If I keep looking over here, it's because your faces are over on my other monitor and your chat, so I can see it. Here we go, you guys. We have updated cadence for team trainings and shift. So what that means is put the word training in the chat if you agree with me here. So because I want to know who agrees with me. Put the word training if you agree with me. We've been listening to all of you when you say, I feel like I've been training and training and training. Like you're feeling a little overtrained sometimes, almost so much. There's so many different trainings to be on that you don't even have time to be in action, right? Because we're all so busy. Do y'all agree with that? Look at all the training, training, training. We've been hearing you. I want you to know we've been hearing you. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut our training in half. So every other week will be a team call starting this week. So 2 weeks, there'll be another team call. But next Monday night, on the off weeks, we will always host a live shift call. And a shift call is telling the full story of LifeVantage. Now, I want to know if you would love to have the five of us be able to tell our story, the company story, the product story, the how you get paid story in 30 minutes or less. And you be able to invite all your guests live on Zoom and hear from us five executives all together. Do you put the word shift if you're like, yes, please? So every other week, training, shift. So we're going to be trained, and then we're all going to invite the next week to the shift. And then we're going to be trained, and then we're all going to invite the next week to the shift. Do you love this so far? Because I love this idea because we know you're all so busy. We want to give you time to focus and really get your people in front of the information. Okay, so we have a full social media campaign. You heard about it. It's called It Starts with Yellow. Put yellow in the chat if you've already seen some of your leaders be posting about It Starts with Yellow because we've been teasing y'all a little bit without you knowing what's going on. And of course, this we have it all laid out for you. So we have a full Facebook training laid out for somebody when they first get started. And it's going to have Facebook tips and 5 pillars, and including a full 10-day posting strategy when somebody gets started. Okay, of course, how to update their profile. Day 2 is right talking about their family. It's never going to be all about product, but it does include a lot of it starts with yellow to build curiosity and interest. Okay, there's a full Instagram training book for somebody as well because Instagram and Facebook we know are two different animals, right? You build different on Facebook or Instagram. So we have these laid out for you. Put social if you're like, I want my hands on this training because we have books for you all laid out for somebody to make it so simple for them.
It starts with yellow,
and this
and
is
if
what it
you
looks
know,
like.
you know.
Look how fun this is going to be. All different kinds of ways to say it starts with yellow. You know what I love about this campaign? Because it doesn't even just mean your health starts with yellow, but it does, right? Like if you want to up level your health, start with yellow, simplify. But it also, the whole company, your whole life changing starts with yellow because that's how this company started. So no matter what the company launches, we know they're going to come out with more incredible products, but no matter what, forever, ever, ever, the story doesn't change. And it all started with yellow. The company story all started with yellow. Yes? Like this makes me so excited because you know what this means? We never have to move from this campaign ever. We never have to move from the tools I'm about to show you ever because the beginning of the story never changes, right? It's never going to change. So this makes me so excited. For example, Jenny here is saying it starts with yellow if you know, and then in the caption it's talking about cellular health and
asking if you want more information about this, let me know. Christy saying, this is the product proven to extend life and not enough people know about it yet, right? And all she's doing is just pointing to her hand with a little caption. Jamie saying it starts with yellow. Here, I'll go back so you guys can see these again.
It starts with yellow,
The
and if you
research
know,
shows it
you know.
supports the root cause of aging, right? Just building curiosity. I'm saying stop wasting your money on all these other supplements because it starts with yellow, right? And Marilee has the most adorable post about it starts with yellow with a little caption. You can tell stories, but imagine if you do this enough consistency through the whole, I mean, forever, but through even just through the month of May. Do you think people are going to just finally start asking you, what do you mean by yellow? What's yellow? Right? That's the whole point of the social campaign of this is it will go viral if we're all doing it. Right? And everybody's going to start asking everyone, what are you talking about? And that's what we want to help you with. Okay, and then we have a sales flow all laid out for you. I think this is probably going to be all of your favorite part besides the social campaign. So what I mean by that, we also have scripts and follow-ups included in the sales flow booklet. So the sales flow is what you're used to, okay? What you're used to. This is what we do currently. Everybody knows this. We start the conversation. There's two ways to do that. They can come to you through social media, which we just talked about, or you can reach out direct to them, right, and invite them. Then the first thing we do is we share the yellow video, which I'm about to show you. But we share the yellow video. And then we have a conversation with them, right? Learn their pains. We develop trust. We gain understanding and then keep educating. From there, based on what we learn, we invite them to take a look at a live event or a recorded event. And then we help them decide. Like literally, that's our flow. We've always used this flow, right? No matter what. The cool part is we have put scripts together for every bit of this flow for people to use as framework. So we have social scripts when you post and somebody says, what is yellow? This is a framework of what you can send them. If you are reaching out to somebody and you're brand new, this is a direct reach out script. You might reach out to them to ask them if they're interested in learning. If when they say, yeah, I want to learn more about that, we have a script to send along with the link to the yellow video. In all of these, I want to just point out there's hyperlinks. When you see all of these booklets, there's hyperlinks in here that will take you like that's the direct link to the video that you would send. Sample conversations questions. If you're not good of like, what do I say when I'm trying to build trust and learn about them? Here are sample questions. Invite scripts when they want to hear the rest of the story, right? This is how you would invite them to a live event, and this is how you help them decide. I think the thing that most of you might be who will just put the word scared. Do you get scared sometimes of how to follow up? Like put scared in the chat. How to follow up like, oh my gosh, they ghosted me and now I think they hate me and I don't even know. Like we start telling ourselves all these stories in our head, like which probably aren't even true. But we get scared and we're like, we don't want to be pushy. And so how often do I follow up and what do I say? And right, like all the things. We have a follow-up script and cadence for you based on every single thing. Like if they don't respond to you when you reach out to them, that's what you do. If they don't respond after you've sent the yellow video, here's what you do. If you're in conversation with them but they happen to go quiet, here's some things you can do. If they don't respond to you after an event, here's what you can do. Right, you guys get it. There's literally follow-up scenarios for you in here for every single situation. So you don't have to be scared anymore. Because here's what I will tell you. You are never pushy if you have a passion. If you have a passion and you really care about them and what you're talking about, then it'll never come across pushy. It'll come across caring. Okay? But you also have to be persistent because is anybody ever going to think you're serious? Like it's important if you're not persistent. Like if they just forgot and so you're like, oh yeah. And then 5 months down the road, they're like, hey, I kind of forgot to talk to you about that thing. And you're like, yeah, I forgot too. Well, that doesn't seem important then. Like it's important to you. It should be like, at least let them learn about it. So stay persistent. All right, education videos. They are all going to be housed. Actually, do not go look right now. You can go look after this call. But they are going to be right after this call live on biohackandactivate.com. You can see the yellow video, we're going to play that real quick together. You can see a full shift and you can see a showcase all recorded to you. You should always want to invite to live events because it creates urgency and excitement and there's energy on these events. But if they can't, or if you talk to somebody today and they want to learn and we don't have a live shift until next Monday, then you're probably going to want to use the recorded version, right? Because you want to create excitement, you want them to learn now. So that's going to be available for you.
Every movement has.
Oh, that's the yellow video. We're going to play it right now. Everybody just like lean in and listen. And y'all, let me just tell you, if you do not know my story, my doctor is who reached out and she shared the ABC primetime video with me, right? 10 years ago. And I had goosebumps. And when I watched that video, I literally said, I texted her back, I actually showed my husband, I go, watch this. And he watched it. And then we both texted her back and said, how much is it and where do we get it? That's how quickly we knew we wanted Protandim NRF2 from that video. Okay, so now let's watch the yellow video.
Every movement has a beginning. In 2005, that beginning stepped into the national spotlight when ABC Primetime explored a breakthrough in cellular health. What you're about to see points to where that journey begins and why it all starts with yellow.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig.
Dr. McCord, okay.
I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet world-renowned scientists.
This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
Can you scoop? Yeah, there we go.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body.
Leading to disease.
Leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Have we turned back the clock? High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes.
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The ABC Primetime story wasn't the conclusion. It was the catalyst. What began as an investigative question led to multiple patents and years of ongoing peer-reviewed research. Research that has revealed findings even more profound than originally thought. Study after study has continued validating Protandim NRF2 and expanding our understanding of what cellular activation can mean for optimal health. From Harvard to LSU to the National Institute of Aging, the story didn't stop, it deepened. What started as curiosity became conviction, a movement. Starting with yellow is just the beginning. There's more to explore. Because no one wants to look back years from now and wonder if they missed something this simple or this big. It all starts with yellow, but wait until you hear the rest of the story.
goosebumps watching that. Like, we don't watch that enough, do we? You all probably have seen it, but it's a while between when I see it and I'm like, oh my gosh, it still is good. And the one thing we used to hear when we would share this video back in the day was, it's kind of old, right? Like, what's the story since? Well, do you think that this explains that already for somebody in 4 minutes, y'all? You will now have a 4-minute video that will get that kind of attraction. And put story in the chat if you're like, who wouldn't want to hear the rest of the story after hearing that? Because that's what's happening already. So how simple will it be to be able to invite someone to the shift, which is the rest of the story? You see how simple this is going to be? See the system kind of like easily laying out for you? Like, this is a no-brainer. It's going to be so simple. I love it. Okay. So like I said, we will have the yellow video, the shift, and the showcase recorded versions already up on Biohack and Activate after this call for you to go watch and see what you could send people. You would just send them to that webpage and let them go through them. But then, of course, be able to follow up. So there is the launch playbook that Christy mentioned. And in the launch playbook, it's so simple, y'all. When we help a new consultant get started, we want to make it so simple for them to hit SC1. Put SC1 in the chat if you're like, we know that the way that we help people get started and focus, we have full focus on SC1 to help them get there in their launch period so they can collect all these bonuses. Here's how we're going to do it. We need to make sure that we have a welcome call right away with them, and we're helping them host an open house within their first 7 days of getting started, right? And we're calling them open houses instead of launch events, which is way more fun, right? And so we have a little really easy, simple launch playbook for the new consultant to help get them started. This is for the enroller on their welcome call to go through with them to find out their whys, their goals, their commitment, but reminding them that their focus is to hit SC1 in their first 90 days. And then the next steps is to schedule their open house, right? That's simple right there. But then there is this little checklist, like, this is how I get started. This is how I save my website to my phone, that kind of really easy stuff. Super easy checklist. But then, of course, the links here to the social media campaigns, right? So they can start using those 10-day posting strategies as well. And that's it. And then we're going to stay super focused until you get to SC1, and then we'll be able to unveil to them their MC1 playbook. Y'all, is this easy? These hot links in here, there's hyperlinks in here when you guys get them, when you're on your computer or your phone, it'll link out to different things. So everything is contained in one place. It's so simple. Y'all love this? I am so excited for all of this. I see Keith with the thumbs up. Thanks, Keith. Okay. Y'all, there's no guessing, no overthinking, and no need to explain everything. We are going to keep it so simple and keep it duplicatable because that's what creates a machine. Write a word machine. I know that all of us want to help people. Like, that's our hearts. We want to serve. We want to help. But you also want to build a business that's a machine, right? Like, it's a machine. So you're not tied to it. I was tied to working and owning businesses, and it literally felt like I was shackled to them. I never got to travel. I never got to do anything because the business owned me. Seriously, this business does not own me. And I want you to have the same exact thing and be able to travel the world or do whatever you want to do and not have to feel tied to it. Of course, you have to give to your business. A business doesn't build without you, but we want you to be able to build it to a place that you don't feel shackled to it and that it can offer you so many choices. Okay? I think we're over to Jamie. Yes, Jamie Williams. Okay, my girl, my partner, Jamie Williams, who has been, that was her beautiful voice on the yellow video, by the way. So thank you, Jamie, for your beautiful velvet voice. But I can't wait. She's been an instrumental part too, and really, really, really fun to work with through this mastermind. So Jamie, over to you.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so thankful I have a stand-up desk because I can't sit still. I've been pacing. I've been nervous all day, excited, nervous, because when we launched this last week to our leaders, we feel a major responsibility. That's why there's been so much time, effort, thought, even butting heads, just so you know how much has really gone into this, because we are so mindful of the teams that we have and what works for all of us. Because I shared this last week, I coach first grade soccer, and it is like herding squirrels. It's like trying to get them all on the same page is so difficult. And that's kind of what it has felt like for a little bit in my business. Maybe some of you relate with that. It's just, we kind of got lost in the weeds. Like, who are we? And this is bringing it all back to base. We're all getting on the same page. We're getting on the same train, going the same direction at max speed. I hope that you guys feel the simplicity in this. Like, as complex as our story is, we've made it so simple. And when you get through watching the rest of the tools, I promise you, you're going to be like, this is like so awesome. They nailed it. We brought in Lisa Barnes on some stuff. So just going to give you a little teaser there, which brings so much incredible validation. You guys,
hey, Jamie, I forgot to say to everybody, make sure that you text your leader immediately, yes, like now, or as soon as you get off this call, if you want them to text you these tools. I forgot to say that. I had a note and I've totally forgotten. I do not want to miss that. We'll remind you again at the end, but text your leader if you want access to the tools we just talked about.
Yes. So you guys, the reason I'm saying all this is because we've all kind of felt it. We felt it over the last probably year and a half that we needed something fresh. We needed to regroup, refocus, and we were trying to really navigate what that looked like. And I'll be honest, as we compiled our time together when we went to Colorado, like, these were a lot of behind the scenes conversations, and we're like, we just have to get in the same room. We have to get in the same room and focus. And it was a lot of work. But I think what we came out of it with was crystal clear vision. And we didn't know what the event in Las Vegas was going to look like. We didn't know the theme. And I'm telling you, there are God winks all over the place in this, because it's in complete alignment. What we walked out of Las Vegas, if you were there, the message was simplicity, back to the basics. That's exactly what we wanted to say, because guess what? These tools, like Shauna said before, these tools are not going to have to change, because our story always has been Protein Minute 2. That's been our differentiator, and it will continue to be. And everything else is an added bonus, but we still, to this date, have the best product. And we have to get back to telling that story, because that's the gateway. So when we're talking about everybody was kind of feeling it, it was time for a shift. So I hope that you feel like that word was so right. It was so right for the conversations that we can have, because people are shifting in their health. They're looking for options. They're honestly bombarded. So how do we stand out with a clear, simple message, a powerful message? We need to have that shift where people are drawn to what we're doing. And that's why this campaign is so fun. It's fun, it's yellow, it's happy, it's energetic, and it's going to create so much curiosity where people aren't going to get lost in the noise. People are starting to think differently about the flexibility in their life, the way they want to build independence, the way they want to build income, the way that they just see more in their life. And that's an opportunity for us to also capture. People want to build income and they want to have an identity. They want to move in purpose. So I feel like the shift is the perfect word that we could use, because everything is shifting in the world around us. So go ahead, Shauna, with the next one. I can't tell you how excited I am that from top to bottom, this was completely thought through. And it's live, it's active, it's live. You don't have to wait on it. It's already here for you. We started with the campaign. The tools are built for you. The path is absolutely, the yellow brick road is laid out for you to follow. Just stay the course, guys. Stay the course, plug in, use the tools. We have everything that you could possibly need. And here's what I want to tell you. When we're sitting in that room and we're talking about, okay, we're in, whether it's the sales flow, somebody said no. Well, how do I answer that? We're going to have people that ask that question. We alleviated that. There are no hurdles anymore. Everything is spelled out for you. Every tool is there for you to know the next step. Okay, because here's the thing. I watched how many people put that word fear in there. Fear holds us back, right? Bust through that door. Bust through that fear, right? We have what we need. We know what we have our hands on, and we have to have so much conviction and excitement for what we have, because it's real. It's so real. And we have everything to help you alleviate the fear, remove the hurdles, and stay the course. Because you realize this, and I'm going to be completely transparent. People will say no, and that's okay. Not everybody is meant for this business. Not everybody wants our products, and that's okay. There are plenty of people that do. So focus on the ones that want it. Okay, so this is going to be when all of us are on board with this yellow message. Think about the unstoppable train. Like, people are going to be like, what? Yellow is everywhere. You can't get away from it. That they're gonna all be so curious. Did you guys look at Christy Vogt real quick? You see that hat? It's gonna be everywhere, is what I'm gonna tell you. It's so exciting that people are gonna be asking questions. So go ahead, Shauna, to the next one. Everything seriously from top to bottom is laid out for you. And this is what's so fun, you guys. We love to have fun. We have team shirts. I know some other teams have their own kind of swag, but here we are. Let's get the message. We have swag that you guys can order. You can take a screenshot of this real quick. One of our beautiful teammates, Taylor Heddle, is going to kind of take the lead on this and put this together for us so you guys can see what you can order. And that store closes May 26th for the first round of that. And if people want more, as we bring on new consultants, because we will with this movement, we'll open up another chance for people to order this again. So I love it. I love that we have swag to go along with the fun because it's going to be everywhere.
Can I say something super quick about the swag?
Yeah, sure.
And you can all look at my hat while I'm talking. So I know some of you want to go off and do like your own swag and different things, which is cool. We have certain fonts and certain like color schemes for the brand. So just ask one of us and we can give you all of that if you're wanting to make your own. But I think we should all order right now from Taylor and get it.
Yes, absolutely. And it's a statement. Right? It starts with yellow is a statement, right? Yes, Heidi, it's a brand. Absolutely, it's a brand. So thank you, Christy, for that.
Taylor just dropped the link in the chat directly to the store if you guys want to grab that too. Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you, Taylor. And they're quick on that. It's awesome. They do a great job. Okay, you guys, so here's your next steps. Shauna has shown you all the tools that we have. They're gonna be in there live for you to utilize here soon. But get back with your leader to get the tools so you know this. But you guys have started to see some of your leaders start the campaign. So here's your action steps. Like, we have to put this to work and have fun with it. That's the number one thing that I want to tell you is have fun with what you're doing. Life's too short. Make sure you're having fun with it. We can get lost in the scroll hole. I have to say this all the time because people do get lost in the scroll hole and people get sucked into negativity. They get sucked into all the bad things that are being spewed out there. So when you are thinking about your social media presence, make sure that it's the kind of presence that you want to draw people in, that it feels inviting, it feels supportive, encouraging, energetic, all of those positive things, because you are a representation of this company, right? Remember who you represent, remember the teammates that you represent and our mission that we represent. So be a person of positivity and be a light for others. So here's what I want to tell you that we're going to start with this marketing campaign is your goal is to choose at least 2 options out of the 10 that we have. There's lots of fun ones. You can go look at some of these other leaders that are on here because we've already done a multitude of them. But here's the kicker. Make sure that you use the hashtag, it starts with yellow. And here's why. When we search that, did you guys even know you could search that? You can search hashtags and it will pull up all the posts, all the platforms that people have, or the accounts that people have used that hashtag. And then we can go be supportive and comment on it because we know when we're engaging, that's moving the algorithm. Okay, so let's help support each other. Let's jump in there, have fun, and really create a lot of excitement around it. So you guys, I'm pumped about the new cadence of events. I love training, I love learning, but it's cutting into our time of actually exposing people to the story we want them to hear. So when we're doing a training and then a shift call, a training and a shift call, it's going to maximize your effort. And to be honest, we've been talking about this for a while. It's going to keep your business at the front of your mind because you're going to be excited week after week. In the beginning, before we had videos, before we had tools, we were doing in-person meetings all the time. And I truly think that's why we stayed excited, because you're hearing the story over and over and over, and your belief is built. You are ignited. You're learning how to talk about it. You're building your confidence by hearing it. And that's exactly what we need more of. So I'm so excited for next week, you guys. It's going to be our kickoff of the shift call. Again, our first one's going to be us 5 leaders that put this together, that we're weaving in our story, telling the company story, telling the whole thing in less than a half hour. So it's going to really connect and resonate with people. And I promise you're going to be really excited about the story that you hear on Monday night. So again, it's going to take the place of our team call, same time, same password. Not same password, same Zoom link. The shift password will be shift instead of team. Okay, so screenshot that. We'll make sure that we are blasting that everywhere so there is no confusion. But next Monday, guys, we had 175 people on this call tonight. If 175 people get one person on that call, It's one person at a time. That's how this needs to be. One person at a time making an impact. Then the next person. What if we go from 175 to 400 in the next couple weeks? By one person, right? But we don't just settle for one. I know we're all going to shoot for at least 5 to 10 invites that we're going to go for, right? That's how we grow faster. We like speed. All right, you guys. So I love what's happening in the chat. You guys, I feel like this sense of relief that you feel the simplicity, like it is all laid out. Screenshot this here. I will tell you, when you are reaching out to people, whether it's brand new people, people that maybe fell off in your business years ago or a little bit ago, wherever they are, reach back to every single person. And Carrie Dickey, if she's still here, she would say the same thing. Use your voice. Don't just send a text message. Use your voice. Send a voice clip, even if you have to record it. You guys know you have a voice memo in your iPhone. You can practice if you have to, and then send a voice recording. But I promise your voice will land because there's so much more impact in it. There's feeling, there's emotion. You can create excitement with that. But again, it comes with your posture. Don't invite people haphazardly. Just, hey, I got this thing going on. They're already out. You didn't come with excitement. You didn't come with urgency. Yeah, Coach Williams. Yeah, I want you guys to be excited because you should be. I don't know if you've been paying attention at all, but something exciting is coming, and I've got a call on Monday that I want you to be part of. Tell me you're free. Don't over-explain. Don't just get them excited to say yes and want to be part of it. Okay, and we're going to have plenty of opportunities for them to come back and continue to learn more. Again, live events create energy, but there will always be a recorded option as well. So you don't have to wait for the next one. I hope that you feel right now that this is our moment. Our moment as a team, as a company. I promise you that the eyes of the company are on us. They are, especially after last week, what we heard from Michael Weindorf. He made me cry. I was so proud of us. I was so proud of our team. Eyes are on us, guys, and they believe in what we've created here. And they have confidence in all of us that we can really bring this to the world. That's what we're all about. So embrace what we're doing, get behind it, ask questions, get with your mentors if you have questions about anything, but just start conversations. Start inviting to the shift because it will be that one invite, that one conversation that makes a massive impact in somebody's life. That's what we're here for. That's what this whole movement of It Starts With Yellow is all about. It starts with yellow and it can change your life. I know so many of us have experienced that. So why would we keep it to ourselves? Invite people into this community, invite people into this family. The more voices, the more we grow and the faster we grow. So I'm going to turn it back over to, I believe, Shauna, to wrap this up. You guys, thank you for sticking with us tonight. I know we went a little long, but it's exciting.
Jenny, if you want to unmute yourself, Christy, Marilee, y'all, we just want to say we are pumped. I will just tell you when we are the talk of corporate right now. I've gotten 5 text messages today that said, we really want the whole company to do this, but we are going to give your teams a head start because this is your idea. And then we want to talk to you guys. So y'all, it really is up to us. Who is ready? Like put ready in the chat. Who is ready to literally lead this movement and help this company get to 500 million? Because I believe without a shadow of a doubt, the 175 people on this call and the few of our team that weren't, right, that are still interested in learning, we can be the shift and we can be the growth right now that sparks the company's growth to $500 million. I have no doubt in my mind that this is possible. I'm super, super excited for all of us. And I couldn't be more honored to be able to do this alongside of all of you.
Shauna, and my phone's blowing up over here, but let's kind of bring it back a little bit. So when they're requesting it's the leader's toolkit, right? That we're going to be sending.
No, we have a text, Jenny.
Okay, good. No, I've just been getting a lot of questions, but let's talk about this, Shauna. How fired up about this? We want you guys to know that the shift presentation and the showcase is going to be updated on Biohack and Activate. So
it is right now. I just got the text. It
okay,
is right now.
That's what I needed to verify as well. But you guys go watch it. It's amazing. So they're blowing up. When's it going to be available? So just wanted to say that.
Yes, so it is already available, and we will get the tools out to you tonight if you requested them.
Absolutely. And get with your leaders, guys. We'll answer. I know there's like an adoption period. So I just want to say we launched a lot on tonight's call. Don't get overwhelmed. I think each one of us collectively are going to meet with our leaders, do Q&As, get you guys dialed in. You're going to have access to all the tools. So it's a lot, adoption period, but don't get overwhelmed. I just wanted to say that as well. So, all right, guys, let's do it. Monday
All
night.
right.
We've got the shifts going on, you guys. The shift presentation is happening next Monday night. My encouragement to you is have a list of how many people that you want on that call every single week that we launch it. Make a goal. You guys, we build this business off of mindset and goals. So I'm personally going to have a goal of having at least 3 to 5 people on that call, myself personally. So I just want to say make that goal and let's move forward and get this campaign launched and this movement. And I'm super fired up. Love y'all. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. So fun.